Welcome. What's one of those secrets that you think artists need to keep in mind when they're even trying to select a manager or just really starting out in the game?
Well, what type of manager? If you're serious about your craft, you obviously need a serious manager.
Right.
A manager who not just gonna you need someone who actually have who have the ability to connect with the people on the next level that can get you to the next level. I mentioned earlier that I'm a person of communication and
Right.
networking and things of that nature. And being in this business, you want somebody who can get you to the next level and who can put you in front of people who might recognize your talent or
Right.
whatnot. But you also need to have a manager who's gonna cover all the ins and out, because one thing about this business, music is pretty much about 10% of everything that you need. I
Right.
mean, it's the manager's job to help you get that other 90% of the business. What do you mean about 10%? I'm all everybody needs. Well, I mean, especially in this day and age when it comes to digital technology, social media, marketing,
Right.
street teams,
Yes.
videos, promotion, networking.
Yes.
And maybe you get an idea of what I mean about 10%. And the
Yeah.
manager's job is to help sit you down and help you realize that that 90% is something you probably never going to focus on, because your job as that artist who's given that 10% is really 100% from you.
How do you maybe even help the artist develop that sense of trust? Because many times they may want to rely on family members or a loved one because of a fear of the business side.
Trust comes mainly about just being yourself.
Mhm.
Okay, what do I mean by that? Um, People always watching you. They
Yes.
see what you're doing.
Yes.
Yeah, they probably want to work with you, but they might be afraid. I'm afraid sometimes, but I just go ahead and do it. I just jump out there and do it anyway, because if I don't take a chance, I've allowed that opportunity to pass me. And when I see an artist, if I know of an artist who wants to communicate and asks about how to get to that next level, usually I just communicate with them just as if they're my brother or my sister or my friend or an associate. Basically, it's no discrimination.
Yeah.
And if you have a fear, you're not going to reach your next level unless you act upon that. It's like you're afraid to jump out of an airplane, right?
Yeah.
So you might as well just do it and
Sure.
get it over with. And think about it as you're falling.
Yeah.
So, so being yourself, and if you're serious about your career and you're serious about your talent, then you just have to act upon that
Yeah.
because, like they say, a closed mouth don't get fed, right?
Exactly.
And
No,
if you want to eat, you have to open your mouth.
absolutely.
And if you want to reach out to someone, you have to do that. But if you're gonna reach out to somebody, make sure you're serious about your work, serious enough to stay consistent. A
Right.
lot of good artists out here are really, really good. But once they die down and fall back, we living in a microwave country, a
Yes.
microwave world. Everything is steady moving forward, and
Right.
then you're left behind.
Maybe an artist that you worked with and you recommended that they not take a negative approach, whether it's taking too much time off or not making a video. What might be one of those things?
How about if I give you, and this probably help answer that question. I had an artist.
Mhm.
We went to LA
Yeah.
for BET Awards,
Right.
and we had a whole schedule. We had a whole plan.
Yeah.
This is what we're gonna do throughout this whole day. We had the final show was with Dej Low.
Right.
Moving up to that, first show was like in a local bar room.
Right.
And then what they like to do when you doing something like BET, of course you want to meet up with celebrities, and they have these house parties, and they have these mansions, and they don't ever give you the address. You have to meet at one address, and
Right.
from that address you're following them to the actual party or whatnot. So we have a whole plan
Right.
today. So we do the first show, and then we come out the first show, and
Right.
then we know we have to move on to the house party, because at this house party you have DJs, you have promoters, you have producers, but the artist, he wants to do another thing.
Right.
Well, hold on, I just flew from New Orleans
Right.
to Las Vegas.
Right.
From Las Vegas, we drove to LA.
Right.
We do all the hotel and everything. We walk Sunset Strip, get our bearings. We do the first performance.
Right.
Then I mean, it's multiple people there too at
Sure.
the time, but I'm the manager, so I'm managing. And
Yeah.
then the artists, for some reason, uh, they'll listen to the manager up to a certain point. Then they feel like they want to do something else.
Right.
Okay, but what the artists don't know is this is going to not only take away from our money,
Sure.
it's going to take away from what we've planned,
Yeah.
that's going to help elevate us to this next level.
Yeah.
Now, of course, prior to this, I mean, I've gotten the artists features
Mm.
from Juvenile, Kevin Gates. I
Mm.
mean, I've done set up shows for them,
Right.
all this. But we in LA,
Right.
and instead of coming to it was a pool party at the mansion.
Wow.
Instead of coming to the pool party, he wants to do something else.
Right. Right.
So now ultimately he shows up
Sure.
at the pool party.
Right.
So, but this is close to the end. By this time, I've networked. I've passed out music.
Sure.
I've gotten contacts.
Yeah.
I got bloggers.
Right.
Bloggers are really important because you
Yes.
want people consistently talking about you.
Yeah.
So I've done majority of the 90% that I'm set there to do,
Yes.
and the artist, all he had to do was show up,
Right. That's be
which
himself.
leads us to the next show.
Right.
He didn't think the next show, he wanted to do something else, was going to be as important,
Right.
with Dej Low. At this time, she was on her level.
Yes.
So you want to do these shows because ultimately when I get there, I'm networking with her people,
Right.
and
Exactly.
everybody else is in the room.
Yes. Yes.
So we did. So we didn't do that show,
Right.
but of course, after that show, I think we ended up with the game
Right.
at a local club or whatnot, which was also good because
Sure.
I get to network with them too as well.
Sure. Absolutely.
But when a manager have something planned for the artist,
Listen.
you might think that I have to do this and I have to do that. No, what you have to do is stick to the game plan
Exactly.
because the game plan is a roadmap
Yes.
and it's going to get you to success if you believe in the manager. And now you know what the manager capable of
Right.
because you've selected them.
Right.
And if you selected a manager without knowing who what he can really do, just like this previous artist,
Right.
he selected a marketing agency
Right.
without speaking with me.
Mhm.
So when I set up a video shoot with a celebrity
Right.
and with the pool, with the big house and
Right.
everything, the marketing agent came down from Dallas, Texas,
Right.
who had the opportunity to do the same, but
Right.
he didn't have the network.
Of course.
He
Right.
didn't have the connections.
Right.
So so not only the marketing network is getting paid by my artist, but he's also eating off what
Sure.
me,
Right.
I, the manager, has set up for him, and he gets to come down and network. And
Right.
I'm not mad at him because I probably would do the same thing.
Yeah.
But business wise, that wasn't smart.
Right. Double
Let
thing.
your manager set up your marketing network
Right. Sure.
and your marketing agency.
Absolutely. Welcome to Music and Medicine. Welcome to Music and Medicine. Welcome to Music and Medicine. I'm your host, Dr. Moshe Lewis.